It is time now for the Sweetheart program, brought to you here on Channel 6 by The First Bank.
Oh, you sweetheart, I'm in love with you.
Mr. and Mrs. W.T. Watson are our sweethearts for today, being recognized by the First Bank of Muleshoe. All the bank you'll ever need, of course, on First Street, where they can make you first when you bank with them, and in cooperation with Gil Lamb Advertising Channel 6. Your names are going up in lights on the big marquee because you are a sweet, sweetheart couple. Pat Morgan and W.T. Watson met while high school students standing in line in the cafeteria at Muleshoe High School. She was 15 and he was 17. At that time, Pat and her family were living in Muleshoe, and her father was the pastor at the Progress Baptist Church. Pat went to Muleshoe High School her freshman and sophomore years, and then to Texaco High School her junior and senior years. Pat and W.T. dated 3 years before marrying December 21st, 1954, at the First Baptist Church of Texaco. Pat's father, Brother Curtis C. Morgan, was the pastor of that church, and he performed the wedding ceremony. Pat and W.T. will celebrate their 60th wedding anniversary this coming December. When they married, she was 18 and a senior at Texaco High School, and W.T. was 20. Pat commuted from Muleshoe to Texaco after marrying to graduate in 1955 from Texaco High. W.T. had graduated in Muleshoe in 1952. I'll tell you the rest of the story about Mr. and Mrs. W.T. Watson, who, by the way, are moving from Muleshoe the middle of this month. But now, a message from our sponsor.
Being the boss just got easier as a business owner. Everyday details can take up so much of your time. The First Bank Business Check Card has 7 built-in benefits to help you manage tasks so you can spend more time doing what you love, running your business. Work smart, worry less. For more information on the First Bank MasterCard Business Check Card and its benefits and how they can help make your business run more efficiently, contact the First Bank by calling 806-272-4515. Go by 202 South First Street. They're located online, fbmuleshoe.com. The First Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Pat Morgan was born in Lubbock, October the 15th, 1936, to Willie Lee and Curtis Morgan. She was their 6th child and the first to ever be born in a hospital. They had 7 children: Lila Lee, Marjorie, Bonnie, Tom, Charles, Pat, and Wanda. All of Pat's siblings are now deceased. W.T. was born August the 27th, 1934, in South Bailey County to Tom and Nettie Watson. He had lived all of his life on the farm and also in Bailey County up until later this month. And he had 5 brothers and sisters: Delbert, Leo, Nathalie, Buford, and Naomi. W.T. just celebrated his 80th birthday with his family on August the 30th at the home of their son, Ed, in Aledo. All of their 3 sons were present: David of Oklahoma City, Ed of Aledo, and Clifford of Teague, Texas. Also, all of their 11 grandchildren and the exception was Chloe, who is a missionary teaching in a Christian school in Honduras. Plus attending were both of their two great-grandchildren, and W.T.'s brother and sister, Buford Watson and Naomi Sanders, and their spouses. At the end of the day, W.T. said, "It was a perfect day." After having 3 sons, they were thrilled to have 8 biological granddaughters and 1 grandson. One granddaughter, Martha Ellen, died in 1990. All 3 of their sons are exceptional. All 3 graduated from Muleshoe High School, and they were all very smart, and all turned out to be wonderful gentlemen. When W.T. was 6 years old, he started driving the tractor and has really farmed 74 years. The last couple of years, he leased his farmland. He's always loved to farm and has been a wonderful steward of our land. When Pat was born, her parents lived in Anton, and it was the end of the Depression years, and times were hard. Her father was a Baptist minister, and he was not able to preach at that time because he had developed problems with his throat. When Pat was 6 years old, she wanted so much to take piano lessons. The family was struggling to make ends meet. Her mother was from the old school where the men made the decisions, but when it came to Pat taking piano lessons, she stood her ground and insisted that there would be a way to pay for those lessons. Her parents would get up early in the mornings around 3:30. Her father would milk the cows, and her mother would do the sterilizing, and the milk was taken to town and sold for 50 cents, which paid for those precious piano lessons for Pat. We all know how very precious those lessons were because Pat Watson has played for thousands of worship services, funerals, weddings, special occasions, at churches, nursing homes, senior citizen centers, Heritage Foundation, and many other places. She is a very talented lady who has even taught piano and organ to others. When her mother, Willie Lee, was growing up, she also wanted to take piano lessons, so her family rented a piano, and for 3 months she took lessons, but it was just too expensive for the family, so the piano was sent back and the lessons were canceled. So really, Mrs. Morgan got to experience her dream through her daughter Pat, and even got to see Pat graduate from Eastern New Mexico University in December of 1974 with a double major in music education and education. And we are told that she had one of the highest music education grade averages at Eastern. Of course, anyone who knows W.T. and Pat realizes that way back when W.T. and Pat met standing in that cafeteria line at MHS, God had a plan for this couple to make sweet music together, which would bless and inspire everyone. W.T. was a teenager, about 14 or 15, when the Watson family attended the Assembly of God Church in the Maple community, and an evangelist came to preach at that church who played the steel guitar. W.T. fell in love with the steel guitar music, and his parents ordered a steel guitar for him from Sears. He took a few lessons, but discovered that he could play by ear. Pat says that with all of her music education, that WT has the best ear for music. Several years ago, he started suffering some hearing loss, but after 2 years of not playing, he devised a method with earphones, microphone, and PA that he could play those heavenly sounds once again. Ever since a young adult, Pat Watson has taught Sunday school and Bible study. She not only is a gifted pianist, but also an inspiring, gifted teacher. Pat and WT are both faithful members of the First United Methodist Church, where they play for the congregation regularly. And she teaches Sunday school and Bible study, and is very inspiring. After graduating from college, Pat taught 21 years in the classrooms of Muleshoe school system. When she started back to college, her boys were all in school at the time, and she had only 30 hours behind her. She first taught one semester after graduating from NNU at Mary DeShazo Elementary School, and then 10 years teaching reading and English at junior high, and 10 years at MHS, where she taught English and creative writing. She developed the curriculum for creative writing course at Muleshoe High School. Her first teaching experience was probably to black children at Vacation Bible School. She's always loved to learn and encourages others to do the same. She loves to teach, and she is a real Bible scholar. Pat also wrote teachers' guides for English teachers and with tests, and even continued to do that after she retired. Around September 17th or 18th, Pat and W.T. Watson will be leaving the farm and will move into town and will go to Weatherford. They have lived in their farm home for 51 years, and before that they just lived about a half a mile from there. But they will leave feeling greatly blessed. They have known that God is leading them to Weatherford, and I think they are making a wise move to live near their family. Their sons will all be much closer. Ed, only 11 miles away. Cliff, 2 hours, and David, 3 hours. And of course, they will be greatly missed here in Muleshoe. Your names are going up on the new digital First Bank marquee in downtown Muleshoe at the crossroads. Pat and W.T. Watson as our sweethearts. God bless you both, and also your entire family.
Listen for the Sweetheart program every Monday through Saturday here on Reach Broadband Channel 6. Also, you can find it on our website, muleshoetv.com. Click on the Sweetheart link at the top of the page. We name a new Sweetheart every Wednesday. If you would like to nominate someone to be our Sweetheart, call us 806-272-3990 or email us channel6@5area.com. We need a short biography and a picture. The Sweetheart program is brought to you today by the First Bank.